What's going on, guys? It's WeeFinney here, and today we are back on Bleach Immortal Souls. Today we're going to be doing another character review, and this time it'll be on Kenpachi. Mine's a bit upgraded, as you can see, so his stats may be different from whenever you first acquire him, but you get him in the first week, I believe, of a server being opening. You need, I think it's 120k team power, this total power here, to get him, and then you need to work your way up all the other power stages to gain more frags for him. And as you can see, mine is 5-star. I'm pretty sure you can get the 5-star for free. If not, it's 4-star at least, but I could be fully wrong. But as you can see, he is a attacker's formation. He hits one row and he does a lot of damage. We'll look at his skill later on in the video. Can I upgrade this a bit more just for the extra stats? Probably can. Oh, I have a lot of... So there we go, we got him level 1, or level 61, sorry. So, let's see, can we see what his power stats will do to? So, to go to 6-star, you'll get an extra 1600 increase, almost 2000 attack, 400 defense, 10k HP. So he is, when I use him as a tanky attacker, pretty much. You know, he does well in the front row. That's where I have him, and he does a lot of damage. So for his combo skill, he'll deal damage to a single enemy. Damage increases by 60% when attacking a defense speciality character, and has the effect of duel. The fewer the characters on the battlefield, the higher the damage. Deals 10% more damage every time an enemy dies. And then there's the growth rate, 160 plus 696. Pretty much what that means is if you are doing one-on-one fights, or if you're using him as a last-ditch survival, he will do a lot more damage. But there you go, deals 10% more damage every time an enemy dies. So he pairs up with the likes of Byakuya and stuff, who can kill all or hit all, and is able to wipe out as many characters as possible. And then Kenpachi comes in with the sweep, and then he is already getting a 60% increase if he's attacking defense specialities. So it's a like of Renji's and Tessai's and Shunsui's. You know, he does very well against. So he's able to melt them into a bit, which is nice. His rage, or skill, whatever you want to call it, he deals damage to a column of enemies. So it means either the top 2 characters, the middle 2 characters, or the bottom 2 characters. Decreases target's defense by 30% for 1 round. Increases all allied back row characters' crit chance by 15% for 1 round. So it means if you're going to use the skill, I suggest using it as one of the first skills, and then use the back row skills second, because he gives that allied back row crit chance by 15% increase, which helps for your back row to do the crit damage. After a weapon awakens, damage and crit chances increase greatly for 1 round. Increases crit chance for all allied back row. And then that skill damage of 217.1% plus 1044. I'm pretty sure they're all different, yeah, because I've upgraded it, so I'm not too sure on the base, but you know, you'll get the gist of what he's, you know, packing with his skills and his attacks. For his passives, he increases character's attack 13%. He is captain of the squad 11. When he is alive, he increases damage rate of all allies. He also increases squad 11 members' crit chance by 30%, which means he pairs well with Ikaku and Yumachika. He increases, and Yachiro. He increases his own effect reduction by 40%. I'm not too sure what that means, but I'm going to take a hint and say that he will reduce, or he won't take as much damage from the likes of other Kenpachis, but I could be wrong in that. But for when he is alive, increases damage rate of all allies. That is very nice, especially paired up with his increase the crit chance, because that means if you have the likes of heavy hitters like Byakuya, Zangetsu, stuff like that there, even Yamamoto, you're buffing them twice with crit chance and damage rate, which is hella nice. He also has damage 2 increase, which he increases damage dealt by the character, increase that damage rate by 10% at level 61. And then obviously if he's adding on even more damage rate, you know, he's getting more than 10%. And then he has the damage reduction, which I do not have unlocked yet, but damage reduction rate is increased by 7% at base, which is hella nice. His Wurzel is when all allies die, 50 rage is regenerated. When an enemy dies, 75% of this 50 rage is regenerated. So it's like, I think 40, 42 or something stupid like that there. No, that's too much. I think it's like 30, 35, 38 or something. Rage he gets from an enemy down, but from an ally he gets 50. Obviously if you increase that, the more fury he gains, which is nice. And then I've also added on a few War Souls to give him a boost. And then when you get his Heroic War Soul in Battle Arena, HP increases by 50%, and all characters' attack and defense increase by 2%. So again, there's more buffs he's given to your team. So he's very nice at being a team buffer, as well as, you know, mopping the floor with just pure damage. His talent is in Battle Arena and Kenpachi Carnage, block chance and block pierce chance of all characters are increased by 0.8%, and it can go all the way up to 2.4, which is nice. You know, it gives a chance for you to gain, you know, extra chance of blocking some damage and breaking through the enemy's block, which is hella nice. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything to show off. I suppose bonds. He's got the Squad 11 bond. He has respected captains. Obviously Yamamoto is a banner puller, so he's, you know, super hard to get. Menace and appearance. We obviously have not this character unlocked. And then obviously when you awaken his equipment, you get these other bonds. As you can see, I've got, when all the characters are owned, his HP increases by 15%, which helps with his tankiness. And then the other two are attack, so you can gain a possibility of 30% base, and then it keeps going up the higher you have all those characters' stars. That's currently what I'm working on. As you can see, I'm 4 short to get the next upgrade, but we're working towards it. For his skill, we're going to Kenpachi Carnage just to show it off, and we might actually kill those ones. Damn. I'm seeing if I might have to go through a lot of fights to try and get to somebody who won't die on Kenpachi's damage, because as you can see, he's doing very little damage and he's not upgraded. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, so we're able to get somebody that could possibly show off Kenpachi's attacks and skills. So normal attack, just a few sword slashes, and his stands are pretty cool. And then hopefully we get to see skill go off here. I think it's a pretty cool animation for sure. So as you can see, his Reishi skull comes out, and then he just does a big kendo slash, which is hella nice. But pretty much that's the show off of his skill. But I don't think I've missed anything. If I did, let me know. If you want to see any other characters and whatever they've got shown off, I'll see if I have them and show them. I think the next person I could do is the likes of Kisuke or Aizen, because I wasn't able to get Shunsui or Yamamoto. But even if you want to see, some of the SSRs like Soifun or Tessai, or an upgraded Ichigo, let me know. But hopefully you've enjoyed. Until next time, peace.